Hi, I'm Pat Crowley. I'm with Alltech out of Wisconsin. I'm an on-farm forage specialist. Today we're going to talk about the 4 tips to make great silage. The first tip comes with starting with quality, getting the proper seed selection that fits your operation, and you need to look at yields, digestibilities, and also grain content. All of those can be a large factor in your profitability of your operation. The number 2, harvesting our crops at the proper moisture and maturity. Proper moisture and maturity allows us to give the most benefit of that forage to our animal. And on corn silage, the proper moisture is 65 to 68% moisture. If we were to chop that too wet, we're not allowing the grain to mature and be available for our animals. And if we chop that drier than the 65 to 68% moisture, we're really not going to be able to get a good pack and density on our piles, meaning we will increase spoilage and possibility of molds and mycotoxins being present. So we really need to shoot for harvesting at 65 to 68% moisture. Chop length is also important. At chop length, the normal is 6 inches on corn silage. You can increase your quality and your digestibility by chopping higher at 12 to 18 inches, and you can produce a more quality, higher digestible feed for your animals, but we lose between 7 and 15% of our yield by chopping at that height. The third would be storage and filling of the harvested material. With the popularity of piles and bunkers, and also the popularity of self-propelled choppers that have high horsepower, and also custom operators that can get a lot done in a very short amount of time, being able to assure that we get good packing and good preservation of our forages. So if you're using a custom harvester or a self-propelled chopper, you may need to increase the amount of tractors or weight that are putting the pile away, and also packing at 6-inch increments and layers on your pile, because when a tractor is on a pile in a bunker, it only can compress to 6 inches underneath the tire. So back to a lot of things I hear here now and around on the farm, the guy says, well, the feed's coming pretty fast, so at the end, we're gonna just spend 2 to 4 hours when the silage is all done on top of that pile continuing to pack. That's not helping you. What that's doing is, if you're not spending the time during filling of the pile, packing correctly, and wait for the end, you're actually decreasing quality on the top and wasting time. The tractor can only pack 6 inches underneath that pile. And fourth and lastly, be patient. After harvest and storing your feed, be patient on when you're going to feed that. I understand there's times where we need to feed before we would like to on our forages, but we would like to try to keep 4 to 6 weeks before we open that pile or that bunker to ensure fermentation has completed and we have stable feed to feed. If it works in your operation, I would strongly suggest 3 to 4 months prior, before opening that pile and bunker, to assure we have quality feed for your animals and in your operation. Thank you.